This is a Headgum podcast.
We're here to help.
And
we're
rolling.
Are back with a
Back
big one.
in the studio.
Back in the studio.
A hit. Big guest.
Big guest. Hilarious.
This guy everywhere.
Yes.
He really is.
He's crushing it.
He is crushing it. Chris Distefano. Chris was, when I moved to New York for a show for about 6 months, he was in the pilot, and then I was like, we got to put him in the series, and he and I...
What pilot?
It was called Philosophy. It was an MTV show that did one season. Most of my things do 1 to 2. That's how I like it.
What was the show called?
Philosophy.
What was the premise?
It was like a panel show. Like it was
I
like...
didn't know about this one.
Yeah, that's the
What year
problem
was
with the
this?
show. Huh?
What year was this?
Oh, God. This must have been 85? No, 2010,
Okay,
2011.
I got you. Okay, now I'm back.
But Chris and I used to go do open mics with our buddy Mike Cannon.
Fun.
And we used to just hit mic. Chris knew every mic. And sometimes we would be in like literally in some guy's living room with like 6 other comics. And I'd be like, what's happening right now?
Chris comes on the show. He's an absolute killer. We appreciate him.
Yes.
Go
follow him, Chris Distefano on Instagram. He's got a podcast called Chrissy Chaos, and it is chaos. He is nuts.
He's also touring all the time.
He's on the road all the time.
Where do you find him? His website?
Yeah, I'm sure he's got ChrisDistefano.com. But if you go to Chris Distefano on Instagram, I won't be doing venues as large as Chris, but I will be all over the place. You can go to GarethReynolds.com. I'm touring all over the place for the next few months. So go there. But, you know,
Enjoy
great
this one.
episode.
And before we go, like always, I love you, man. I want to thank you for everything
Yeah.
you've done, Lamorne. King shit.
Don't get emotional. Let's just get into it, buddy.
King shit.
We
Love you, man.
appreciate you, Lamorne, and your poster, and it's given Jake a new focus.
Rest in power. Without further ado.
Hi there. Welcome to the podcast. We're here to help you on with Jake Johnson, who's wearing Grandma Nina's glasses, Gareth Reynolds, and our guest today, the biggest stand-up comedian of all time.
A killer.
Bushwick's own
Yes.
Chris Distefano.
How you doing?
Special Netflix, Speshy Weshy.
Born and raised there.
No kidding.
Ridgewood, Bushwick, yeah.
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 Father's a lunatic. His mother's lovely.
Yes.
Bushwick used to be really tough.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
Chris got in there.
Then I did.
Can we get your name, rough age, and what you're calling about, please? And where you're from.
Yeah.
And wait.
And shoe size.
No need for
Okay,
weight and shoe size.
PIN
Moving on.
number,
Okay.
visa.
Keep going.
Okay, I'm Emily. I'm 37, and I'm from northern British Columbia in Canada.
Whoa. Canada.
Colombia.
Yes.
As they call it up
Fun.
British. Are you British?
Yep. Okay.
No.
I think we're finding what will
Whoa.
probably be a theme for the call.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Chrissy and I are accent guys.
No.
I didn't realize I had a brother with this.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, you're not going to get any quarter here.
Oh.
I don't know why you're excited by that or
'Cause
why
he's
you
good
did
at
that.
it.
No, he's not. Not good.
Yes, I am.
Nothing that happened was
I was
good.
just I was transported to another land.
Jake,
Yes.
please stop, especially with the glasses. It's
Hey,
real bad.
it's gross.
It's really gross.
Thank you.
That was okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I think if you guys keep
2 chips and a trolley.
would not be an order that anyone
Yeah.
would have there.
How about this? How's my Irish? Jesus, Mary, and St. Peter.
It's not.
That's not bad, is it?
Well,
That's not-
it only made better when Jake did his. I'll be honest.
Emily, where you at?
Hi. So like
You ready
where
for this?
my-
Here's what I know about you real quick, just off your voice. You don't spell it E-M-I-L-Y. You spell it E-M-I-L-E-E.
Is this true?
Tell me I'm right.
No, you're wrong. It's EMILY. But
Great
I
start.
did go through
Well,
a period in grade
stupid.
6
My king?
where I changed my name to Emma Lee. So like I put a hyphen in it.
Oh,
and
wow.
I tried to get away with that for a few months, and it didn't stick.
All right, Emily, so walk us through where we're at on this one.
Okay, so it might be a little weird.
It's okay.
I
This is a
need
safe
help.
space. Okay.
Okay, this is private. Okay, so I need help from you guys.
This is a
plan
podcast, just to be
a
clear.
party.
I don't want to. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I don't
I
want to
know.
mislead you. You are calling a podcast.
I like that
We
quietly
are-
she goes, this is private, no one will hear. Okay.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
saying
no,
that to yourself, Emily.
That people will hear this.
Yes.
But okay, keep going.
Okay, so I need your help planning a party.
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be a coming out party for my new boobs.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay, so you're having great. You're having a boob party. You're
Okay.
having a
And
reveal.
what
Yeah.
does this, so what
A
does this
boob
mean? You got in fake boobs and you want to reveal them at a party?
Yeah, I've been waiting like 15 years for this moment, and it's expensive, and people have been really waiting for this moment too. So I feel like I need to give it to the people, right? You know, they've been supporting me, and now.
And so, Emily, walk us through a little bit of your backstory here, because if you're like,
well, her back hurts more than it did before.
I was going to say, walk us through your backstory and your back problems.
So I had my first kid like 15 years ago. So I've had 3 kids.
Okay.
So the boobs have gone from a solid double D to a tuck in your pants B, if you get where my drift is going.
Right, we all know what a tuck in your pants B is.
Yes.
Oh,
Chris,
good.
Tuck in your pants B. I know it's a common thing in British Columbia. It's the tuck in your pants B. It's kind of regional thing, but I performed out there. Gareth knows I perform all over Canada, and the tuck in the pants B. I know that it's long saggies, flapjacks is what we call them here on the East
Medically.
Coast. Right? You're talking about a flapjack.
So you're just talking about you got really flabby boobs and you tuck them into your pants?
She's having fun with it.
She's having fun with it.
Okay,
right.
understood. Okay.
Or you could throw them over your shoulder like a continental soldier, but you're not American.
But she can't quarter.
So you 15 years ago, so basically you had double Ds. You were always Emily with the big boobs. Yeah. And then all of a sudden
I was in high school.
And you liked that.
I loved it. I got
get
into bars underage. Yeah,
I get it.
Got it.
It's a strange little world. Okay, and so then the children slowly started to
destroy the boobs,
destroy your breasts,
and my life,
and your life. It sounds like
kidding,
you're a grandmother who's happy you had them. Yes. And so the kids have slowly done that. So now your kids are raised. You're having no more kids, and you were
Not
like,
raised,
I miss
still young kids.
Well, okay.
15 years ago, she had our first. So what are you at? A 15-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 10-year-old?
15, 13, and 8.
Yeah, you don't need to raise those anymore. They're good.
So you're almost out of diapers.
The goose.
Chris, we're going to assume she's definitely out of diapers now.
Well, I got a 13-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 2-year-old, and you'd be shocked who's in diapers and who isn't.
Chris is actually in diapers. Not a lot of people
All
know
his
that.
kids are potty trained.
Chris is figuring it out.
His kids are fucking brilliant, being like, the 2-year-old's going like this, what do I got to do with this fucking guy? He doesn't learn.
I'm wanting. And then so you want to kind of regain what you had. So you went the surgical route. You got them done. I'm sure it was an extreme.
No, I'm getting them done.
Oh, you haven't even gotten them done.
And so what is?
Well, you're going to have a while before you can actually pull the trigger on the party.
You can't move. My girl got them and then removed them. You can't move your arms really up and down for a couple of days. So you're going to have to
do a bird impression for like 3 weeks.
One of the first things I encourage you to do is to move everything from the top shelves down because you can't reach overhead. Just FYI.
Yep. Good.
So
work,
don't
Chris.
make cans of soup or whatever you need.
Yeah, there'll be no soup if you're not putting it on an eye level.
So Emily, are you still married to the same guy with another guy? Where are we at in a relationship?
That's no way she's still married.
Oh, I'm still married.
Two big misses, but I love the confidence. Huge. Emily, I'm going to tell you how you spell your name. That my sister does this. My sister walks up to pregnant people and will go with 100% confidence, "You're having a little girl." Yeah. And they'll go like, "Oh, no way." And I'll go, she's always wrong.
Has this ever happened where the person's like, "I'm not pregnant"?
No, I mean, probably while she's alone.
I saw that happen once, and it was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever been around.
Yeah, because it's a nightmare.
Yes.
Also, don't say that stuff to people.
I learned a very valuable lesson.
You said it.
No, I just was watching, and I was like, man,
yeah.
I'm so glad I've never done that.
Okay, so Emily, you're with the same guy. And where is he at with it? Is he excited about it?
I'll answer this. He's ready.
Actually, he's more team like. Well, I'm doing it. It's already paid for and booked. But he hates spending money. So
Respect.
He's got the purse strings tight, and so he's a little bit but he'll be happy when it's done.
Well, Emily, I want to make sure that you know that you're beautiful with or without the boobs, and I hope that you know that.
I do know.
But there's a comma.
Right. Well,
I'm a 9.
No, because you smile, but we all know that your eyes are saying there's a comma. I could be wrong.
Where's the glasses? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No. I just have a twitch. I think that I want you to really think about this, about cut it, because the recent studies have shown that when you cut open your chest like that, and the heart, you kind of do something to your heart, and there's a depression that comes along with changing your body. So I just want you to know that you're beautiful with or without them, and that the money that your spending on that on the boob job, I know is significant, and you can actually go ahead and I have opened up an investment company. If you'd like to give me that money, I can invest at doing 2 points better than the active market right now.
All right, it took a bad turn.
An interesting turn because I'm a guy who makes financial mistakes, and I'm interested in Chrissy Double D. You're 2 points above.
You should not be talking off air. Don't talk anymore.
I beat inflation at every turn. I beat inflation.
I'm going to get us a little bit more money because we are sponsored by Rocket Money.
Okay.
Rocket Money.
Okay. All right.
Burning up all your subscriptions.
All right.
Rocket Money.
All right, Chrissy, we're going to give you all of your subscriptions. All right, so Emily, you've already paid the money. You are doing this. Your husband is less excited, but you know what? Regardless of what Chris says, who I'm with him on this, because I watched the show Botched a lot, and I've seen some nightmare stories. You're doing this for sure. You're getting the procedure done.
Yes.
Your question is, and we're here to help you, and you're saying, how do I make this party fun? Well, there's a very easy way, correct? And that is, it's an adult-only party. And like it's somebody's fucking quinceañera or sweet 16 or bar mitzvah, you do the before and after photos. You know what? I used to work weddings. I've done 300 of them. You know what's all over the walls of a wedding? When they first met, when they were little kids. So you have photos of you as a teenager. It's all you, and you chop off your face and your lower body. It's all photos of your chest.
Yes.
And then you get all of them, you with kids. It's you holding a baby at a beach where those boobs starting getting beaten up.
Yep.
And it's 14 years ago. Then 12 years ago, they're getting more beat up.
And you make it fun. You get a tit piñata.
Yes. But you go all out, and you know what this is. You've got a huge, you know what you do? You get 2 piñatas. One post and one pre. The one pre has already been beaten up. There's no candy in them, and it's a tiny little piñata. And you go, anybody have fun playing with this one? And you go, and that's why we did it.
Yeah.
And then you got another one that's huge, full of goodies.
Full of goodies, and the first piñatas just looks like, you know, those tucked in beads. You just get a long, dirty sock.
Yeah,
Put a bunch of oranges in it.
And you know what you do with it?
2 socks with mandarin oranges in them.
You fill it with like peanut butter and let raccoons rip through it. And you go, that's what, guys, that's what happened to my Double Ds.
All right. And Emily, I'm sure right now you're like, a lot of applicable advice has been thrown my way. I'll invite live raccoons in my house to eat peanut butter from socks.
You can put it outside. Up in British Columbia, there's tons of those little bears.
A little bit. Okay. I think what Jake is saying is pretty good. Like, you know, you want to show people the new you.
Yeah.
A version of how I would do this, first of all, with the pictures.
Yes.
I would go the route of Nutrisystem, not a sponsor, where the people, I always found it so gratifying when someone would jump through a picture of old them.
Yes.
So why not? Why don't we get old picture of you where maybe a picture you saw where you made this change, and let's blow that up.
It's a great
idea.
idea.
Let's have you jump through that at the party. And I would even say this, because you don't want to start the party with a moment like that, what if we have a change? So we have a change of clothes. Why don't we start you in something that is kind of like you'll be fully healed, but not showing off the new gals as much as you want.
Like a Walgreens sweatshirt.
Yeah, let's get you a sweatshirt. Exactly. That's what you walk around the party in an hour wearing. And then when it's time, we get a drum roll, we get the picture up, and you in your form revealing dress that you want to wear, you jump through it, show the new you, and then you party the rest of the evening.
And so I think Garth is really onto something, and I think the game of it could be, because I also really like the titty piñata.
Yeah.
And I think there's an idea title. I think there's an idea to I think there's an idea, and I'm going to take half credit, but it really was Chris's, but because I rephrased it.
Well, you guys are going to work the market together.
Maybe I get a point on it, but you get the majority of points.
I said if you want to invest with me, we can get you more points than the active market.
I'm very excited about
it. Titty piñata is better than tit piñata.
But it did start with your investment.
Yeah, but
Jake, you were on to something great. You got sidetracked because
Chrissy's going to make me a lot of money.
I'm a little worried about this relationship.
A lot of money with this guy.
I can get 9%.
Okay.
We're talking 9%?
Jake, you had something.
Here's what I'm talking. Where Gareth was going was kind of like, remember the show The Swan?
Yes.
So The Swan did a thing where the show was in 2 parts.
With Natalie Portman.
No, that's a different one.
I believe it was called Black Swan, too.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, right.
Let's drop this before Chris starts talking.
I agree. Right now we're on thin
And
ice.
cut. Rocket money.
Rocket money burning up all your subscriptions.
So I say you do the party like Gareth is saying in 2 phases. There's a first half and a second half. The first half is, thank you so much for coming. I'm wearing a Walgreens sweater, and everyone goes like, you look amazing, and everyone's talking and it's nice. Then you leave.
Yep.
The lights dim.
Yep.
You jump through the photo. Then the titty pinata comes out.
Yes.
Then the photos are up.
Yep.
Then you might have to end it, Emily, and we're going to pitch and then we're going to hear from you. But this is about one thing and one thing only.
Oh, boy.
And that's showing the fucking
You can't
nude.
show the
Of course
full-
you can.
You can't
Yes.
show nude boobs to your friends.
Imagine this. Hey, come to my
Yeah,
party.
you
What's it
can.
about? I bought a Ferrari. You got a Ferrari? I made a lot of money. I'm
If
doing
the
pretty. hold
Ferrari
on.
was in your underwear,
But hold
okay.
on, Gareth. I bought a Ferrari. You want to come see the party? Yeah, everybody comes. How is it? It's fucking awesome, dude. It's the best. Dude, you have no idea. Can I see it? No.
Listen, I'm
Right.
not going
Check
to
out the
lobby.
Ford Escort in the
I'm
front.
not going to say that I wouldn't go to a party where someone shows tits, but I feel like what if your mother's there or like someone you work
But
with?
Emily seems like a very cool, free-spirited British Columbian woman, and I think that it's a different thing. I would assume you're not going to have the kids there. You're not going to have,
No, this
close
is an
family.
after-hours
This is
party.
for friends and fun. And what I think, Emily, is I agree with Jake. You absolutely have to show these at some point. And I think maybe
All right.
every idea that Jake had, I think is amazing. The pinatas, the party, but I think we started off, the invitation starts off with a funeral for Emily.
Yes.
The old Emily is
Yes,
dead.
Emily.
So I want them, you invite them to your own funeral. They
Great.
don't know what the hell's going on.
Great.
And it's really a funeral for your old tits.
Yes.
And
It's a
your
diva.
dead
That's
tits.
really fun.
And you even asked the surgeon if you could have some of that, some of your old tits, and then
Okay.
you have
Pass
that in
it out.
have that in a
Okay.
Ziploc
Oh, you know
bag.
people give
Freeze
ashes?
it. You
Yeah.
can
Give
free.
the ashes of the old boobs.
You know how much money I made off my girlfriend's placenta?
All right.
How much?
Lots getting said right now.
About
Fast.
15,000. Then I invested. It got 8%.
What a fucking king. I'm going to get a lady pregnant, have a baby on the side,
Yeah.
give you that 15 grand, and in about 3 years, we're going to be fucking rolling in it, my
Bang.
guy.
All right.
So,
Okay.
I'll
Emily,
own this whole fucking building.
now we're fucking talking.
Emily,
Yeah.
what's great about this show?
He's making fucking money with Chrissy D in
Jake,
the
I'm going to
house.
put you on a word count for a second. What's great about this show is that you get a lot of options and you get to pick. So you've heard everything from just wear a Walgreens sweater to start to let's bury your old tits.
Yes.
So what are you thinking, Emily? What are your feelings on this?
Okay, I'm loving a little bit of each, and it needs to be unhinged. I
Okay.
love to throw a big party. Like last year,
Fun.
I don't know how many people came, but it has to be themed. Like everyone has to dress up, so we have to think of a costume.
All right, hold on, Emily. Let me pitch on it before we go on this road. It's a funeral, so I think Chris is right.
Yes.
Everybody has to wear all black.
That's
Everybody's
good.
got to bring flower. Everybody's
this.
sad
Yep.
because they are coming to because you don't want to do like 80s Magnum PI. Then they go, why am I dressed in short shorts and Hawaiian shirt to see some tits? It's a different thing. I mean, I get why it didn't work. What I started made sense, and in
I
the
get
end,
the point. The example was off.
The example
but
was
you're
wrong.
right. I think you don't. It's going to be hard to find a theme that fits into this
Funeral
bucket.
does. But
Yeah,
here's what
funeral
you
does.
say in the thing, comma, have a change of clothes under your black. And that
Okay.
is
Yes.
the after hours.
Yes.
Okay.
So this party goes
The
in
party
two.
has two halves.
And so your sad black outfit can also be your black dress.
Yep.
Right.
Emily, how do you like that?
Okay, I like the funeral idea, but I almost think we could twist it and turn it the opposite way, where it's like because it's like either death or rebirth, right?
Yes,
And I
that
mean,
could be the second
I
half.
could
Yes.
get, that could be. I
Right.
could get what if I got like the bio product from the doctor and I actually buried it?
Yes.
That was,
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe, a pitch that I laughed
Yes.
out of the room. But here we are back to burying the old titties.
But keep going, Emily, because you're on to something here. So you're talking about in the party burying the titties.
Yeah, I like.
Or you could
starting off
cremate
with,
them.
like a turtleneck or cremation. We could have like a Viking pier,
A Viking funeral's fun.
but starting off maybe a black turtleneck. And then people have scissors, and then everyone like slowly cuts away at the turtleneck and makes it smaller and smaller until
your
the
turtleneck.
big reveal.
This
of
is the
my
hottest party
turtleneck.
I've ever heard of.
I
Emily.
love this.
I have a question. How long of a flight is it from Los Angeles to British Columbia where you
Doesn't
live?
matter. I'll run there faster.
Thank you kindly.
Starting now with scissors.
Yeah, I'll Forrest Gump it.
But Emily, this is a fun idea. You're talking about wearing a big black turtleneck, and then at a certain point, the people at your party are cutting it. Here's a turn. Who's getting the invite? Is it like uncles and brothers and dads and sisters?
No.
Okay.
Like all my amazing friends.
Okay, great.
And so your kind of community of friends know this
They've
side
all
of you.
seen my boobs.
Okay, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be boozy. It's going to be flirty. It's going to be fun. Is that the kind of party we're talking?
Yeah, exactly.
Having everybody walk up and take a cut of your turtleneck while they're passing it one by one.
Yeah.
Is such a huge idea, Emily.
Your old breasts to some extent.
Yep.
And
or
then
cremate them.
And then how far? So keep going because I think you're on fire here. So funeral themed, burying the titties. People get scissors, cut your turtleneck, revealing. Continue.
Okay, so if I'm thinking funeral, you know how you're talking about like pictures along the wall?
Yes.
I like the boob progression, but I also like to throw in a twist. What if it was like pictures of if boob or elbow game? So like you don't know if you're looking at cleavage or if you're looking at someone's like elbow.
This is great.
Sure.
You know Amish people?
We should have called you.
Agreed.
I think.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Amish men are attracted to women's elbows, and in the Amish community, that's the thing that women cover most.
Really?
An Amish man is attracted to a woman's
I
elbow.
never
That's
thought
a fact.
that's what would be weird about the Amish.
Yeah. Wait.
This is a community that you keep
Google
diving deeper.
Google it, but they're not doing their own Googles. They're not involved in that.
Yeah, they'll never hear it.
Yeah.
But it's elbow. Just FYI, as an aside.
So-
You're out there parading your elbow around. What are you trying to say to the community?
But is that bigger than other parts, or is that just another thing that turns them on?
That's just a big thing that turns them on because
of the crease.
Yeah, because attractiveness is cultural. Not everyone's all about tits and ass. They're about the elbows
Sure. Yeah, they're
and
different.
the corn.
Yep, they don't like electricity.
But I think this elbow boob idea, because it is difficult at times to know if it's cleavage or elbow fat.
I love
I
the
think that's
game.
a lot of fun.
Great
But I will
game.
say, was the fourth thing you said corn?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it.
Nobody
the
does.
Amish.
They're sexually attracted to corn?
Well,
no,
it's just-
they're into.
Oh, they're into corn.
Yeah, they're
They plan
agrarian.
it.
I know, but we were doing like tits, ass, elbow, and then you say
Maybe
and corn.
he did mean
that
it like
seemed
that.
like a
Did
joke
you mean it like that?
that you two
I was
guys
just
went
throwing
pretty
it out
fast
there.
on.
I was just throwing it out there.
Oh, just as another.
An option.
Okay,
That's it.
so the boob progression with
You wanna
elbows
invest.
is a very fun idea. So we go funeral theme at the beginning. We do bury him. We do an idea of a Viking funeral. Maybe you're going to decide, or bury him, cremate, which is what Chris said. Boob progression on the wall. Are they boobs or are they elbows or are they like fat creases? Who cares?
Yep.
Okay, then keep going, Emily.
Okay. And then we need a game.
What you could do if you wanted, and again, it's your world, we're just pitching in it. But what you could do is you could, if you want to do the reveal, you could have some pictures of other boobs and have people guess which ones are yours.
Yeah, that's a game.
And then right before the reveal, then you can show which ones are actually yours.
Yes, and make that
You can
pictures
do
diverse.
But
three.
You
hold
don't
on,
want
but
to.
you do that before the scissors.
Yes.
So then you have everybody's
Yes,
guessing,
right,
and,
yes.
but there's like 5 photos, and you have to like put a marble, so that you have like 13 marbles in these, so those people are standing there, and one team wins.
Or
Go
what
ahead.
if you did it like this? What if you do it in the order you're talking about, right? And so you have like 3 options. And then each person gets a raffle ticket and they write their name on the back and they put it in the bucket of which one they think it is. After the reveal, you then tell them which one it is and you pull a raffle ticket out of that bucket for a winner.
And here's what the winners get.
Uh-huh.
Selfies with the tits.
Okay.
No face photos, but they get to take a selfie with their face next to your boobs.
There
They
you go.
line up.
There you go.
Or like a Hooter shooter.
Sure.
Yes, or a Hooter shooter. So Emily,
I like it. Yeah.
how you feeling about this party? Because honestly, I think it sounds really
Wild.
good. Where are
Wild.
you at?
I'm excited. I mean, I'm going to have to add more so that it's a little bit more unhinged or like a
Really?
little bit.
It's wild that we
Well,
can't get you where we need to get you with this.
Well, what do you want to
What do
do?
you want to do? He's right.
You want to?
No.
Maybe
No,
perform
this is-
another
this is
surgery?
good.
Wait,
Yeah.
but,
Oh, that'd be
I
good.
like.
but hold on,
I
Emily,
just
because
don't want anyone to be sad at a funeral.
I know, but hold on. We here's what we're pitching you. They dress up like a funeral, right? You bury your dead boobs,
Yeah.
right? You then have photos of the wall of real boobs that are yours and some aren't. People guess on it. They then cut your shirt with scissors.
We might be burning your old ones.
Yes, the winner all take selfies with your boobs.
After you jump through a picture of old you.
Yes. And that's how you end at the end. You're at a 3-hour mark of this party. Everybody's drunk. You're at 11:30 at night. What the fuck else do you want?
Let's have some fireworks when I do the reveal.
Fun.
And I think that'll top it off.
Shoot them off your tits.
Yeah, there you go. Great.
Seriously. Why not?
So Emily, let's get real for a second. Are you going to do all this?
I 1,000% will do every single thing and more.
Do you like the idea of blowing fireworks off? Could you get your husband to help on that?
You need a fire marshal, but yeah.
But you could do small ones too.
Oh,
he's a firefighter?
We didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then
Now we have access to hoses. And keep going, Jake.
Go on with the hoses.
There's wet T-shirt possibilities if we wanted them. I mean, this guy and fire is now on the table.
Do you want to get sprayed with a hose in front of everybody?
We have a wet T-shirt contest.
Well, okay, Emily, I really
What's
feel
going
like
on
when I picture British Columbia, this is not what I think is going on there.
Yeah.
So, in closing, will you pitch back to us what you're actually going to do at this party?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send out invites first,
Okay.
and I'll make it something about like the rebirth or death or something. I'm going to make it
Death and
serious. So I
rebirth.
think I'm going to like start off serious so people are kind of weirded out. And then, have it dark, candles, everything, like actually like a funeral for like the first half.
I'm having fun at this party.
That music up. Yeah, we're going to change it up. People are, they're already cutting off my turtleneck. I don't know if they're closing. We don't know what's happening yet. But
You're resurrecting the tits. A resurrection thing.
This is fun.
That's right.
We're gonna say our goodbyes to the old boobs. We're gonna put that to rest. We're gonna do a Viking pier in the backyard.
I love
the Viking thing.
too.
They invented biological warfare. That's a fun fact.
Okay, let's stick to the. Keep going.
Okay.
Light that shit up. Then we're gonna get people ready for phase 2. And I'll set up a big tent, and then I'll put that blown up photo of me, and then we'll do the drum roll maybe, and then I'll run through, and I'll be like.
Great.
Yep. Like,
Some fireworks potentially there.
Yes.
Right.
Some fireworks. We're gonna do those games. We're gonna
the guessing game.
Yeah, we're gonna do the guessing game.
Great.
The boob versus noob. I like the raffle idea, so I'm gonna put that in there.
Great.
Real good one. And the winner will get to take a selfie with my boobs. And
they could, the thing you were talking about, take a shot off your boobs and a selfie, and everybody gets all the winners get the shot and a selfie.
Just make sure that there's still the wounds are completely healed before we do the shot off the boobs.
Absolutely. Don't send this invitation out until you know you're good to go.
We don't need an infectie-wectie.
But Emily, Emily, we appreciate the call.
Keep us
Chris,
posted, and congratulations and enjoy.
Yeah.
And remember, put all your soup at eye level, like Chris said. You're not going to be able to get your Campbell's
That's important. You can't lift your arms overhead.
Yep.
Thank you for the call.
It's called McCaning. Thanks a lot, Emily.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye. Jake, we're brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace, unbelievable. Great place. Squarespace helps you highlight or helps you build your website.
Is everything okay, Gil?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just... I never wanted to read the comments on anything I was working on, and I read a couple comments online, and it got to old Gilly Bean.
What'd they say? Are you talking about on our Apple podcast?
Yeah, a couple people asked if.
So we've gotten some. I just want to say for Gil,
we don't need to dig into it. I'm a professional. I'm made of.
Gil, do you mind if
I'm Teflon and bulletproof.
So we've gotten a lot of you. We appreciate you guys rating the show and liking it and all that.
A lot of support for Gilly Bean at times too.
There was a lot of support at first, and lately a couple people, and I would say honestly 2 people total.
Yeah, well, they
total.
They should.
They both
rot
said
in hell.
They love the show. They
French.
appreciate
I know in the middle
it.
of an ad.
Gil's a bit much. He's ick.
Yeah, some people called me ick, and when I Googled it, it said the opposite of Riz. And when I Googled that, let's just say I went down a wormhole. But I'm a professional. And a lot of you love me, and
I'll tell you
love
this,
you back.
I love you.
I love you, Jake. You have been unbelievable. Kevin loves me too. I know.
Caitlin, our social media is mixed.
Yeah, no, I understand. She's not been supportive when I've met her in person, but
and in her defense, it was your behavior.
Well, I when I ask for credentials, what I'm doing is I'm trying to make sure nobody who doesn't deserve to be around us is around us.
Right. And
you understand?
Anyhow, so you want to
Anyway, we're in the middle of a Squarespace. By the way, you picked me up when I was down.
Good.
We are back, everybody. Squarespace, unbelievable. God, we're so lucky to work with them. I love them. You love them. Squarespace, you know what it is. Squarespace is Squarespace. Listen, It's a place where you could go and not only build a website, but you could do a lot more than ever. What are you talking about, Gil? What do you mean? Well, how about this? How about you customize some merch? It's easy to sell custom merch and create passive income streams that engages your audience and scales your brand. You can design your products and your production and your inventory and shipping and shipping are handled for you. That's saving you time and money. Time you need, because sometimes you're scrolling through the comments and you're seeing the naysayers and you're saying, you're not going to bring me down. Online store. Sell your products on an online store. Whether you sell physical, digital, or service products, Squarespace has the tools you need to start selling online. And let's talk about flexible website templates, because they got them. Get started with one of our professional website templates with designs for every category and use Case. Then customize your look, update content, and add features to fit your unique needs. You can make any Squarespace template do what you want. That's right. If you wanted to get your shoes, give it a shot.
So one of the complaints was there was a lot of yelling.
Yeah, I understand that. I get a little fired up. Listen. All I'm telling you is head to www.squarespace.com/Gil sent me. Gil, that's right, your friend. I don't care what you say about me. You can't ding me.
There's only 2 people, Gilly.
www.squarespace.com. I'll find them. Sorry, that's not the slash. www.squarespace.com/Gil sent me to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain using the code Gil sent me. Gil sent me. That's right. You're not going to bring me down, you 2 people.
Can I make a comment?
Go ahead. Are you getting emotional too?
Yeah. I love the show. It's a lot of fun. My favorite part is Gil Buchanan.
To those of you who've said things like that, I can't tell you how it's strengthened me, and it's brought Alice and I closer together. God bless you.
Is that what she says too?
Stop asking questions. Hello, caller. Are you there? You're on We're Here to Help, America's #1 podcast. Don't look that up. Yep.
68 and ball me.
So you're on with Jake Johnson, Gareth Reynolds, and our guest today, the greatest living stand-up comedian, because some dead ones are better, Chris Distefano.
That's it, baby. You got it. And who knows if I'm alive? I could be dead. It could be AI.
Well, we're awesome.
Yes.
I wish we had the budget to do an AI, Chris.
An AI.
Dude, did you see the George Carlin AI special?
I was listening
terrifying.
To that. It's very strange.
Sorry.
I'm doing one of those for you.
Thank you.
Can we get your name, please?
Hi, yeah, my name is Kate. I'm calling from Oregon.
What can we help you with today? What's going on?
All right. Hey, guys. Let me say first, it's a thrill to be talking to you. I love The New Girl. I've watched the entire series twice.
Thank you.
And,
It's actually New Girl. It's not
it.
The New Girl. Right, Jake?
Well, thank you,
sorry,
Kate.
I'm
We appreciate it.
That's okay. You got a couple stars from the show, and you got Chris, but
Thank
we
you.
appreciate the hell out of it.
How old are you, Kate?
I'm 39.
Ooh, you're the old girl.
Take
All right.
it easy.
Sorry.
We're
All
all
right.
older than
I'm
her.
39 too. I'm kidding. I just wanted
I'm
to do
deep in my 4s, man.
I wanted to do a new girl, old girl thing, and it wasn't great. I'm hungover.
Okay, there we go.
Just wanted to set up a bit.
So
I love you,
keep
Kate.
in mind you're putting your fate in the hands of Chris as well. So, all right, talk to us. What's going on?
Kate, 39, Oregon. Where we at?
Love it.
Okay, so all right, so we're from Oregon, or we live in Oregon now, but
Okay.
we're not originally from here. And this year we went home for Christmas.
Chrissy's closing his eyes, Kate.
I think
yeah,
he's.
man.
I'm trying to get it.
Thank you for
focusing.
taking it seriously.
I'm trying to channel this.
Hey,
Okay.
Kate, when you say we, are you talking about you and your partner?
Yeah, my husband and me.
Okay.
And we have a dog, and we needed someone to house sit and dog sit for us because
Uh-oh.
my dog has just a really hard time being kennelled. And so
Right, because he's a live animal.
we hired a girl who used to walk him for us years ago, who I
Okay.
found on Craigslist.
Okay.
And she's a really nice person. She's super sweet. She's great with dogs. It's the holidays. I don't want her to be alone. I told her she could have a boyfriend over and, stay for the holidays.
We're setting up something.
We go home. We think everything's fine. My husband gets a notification on his phone a few days in on our Ring camera that they're coming into our house. No big deal. But it looks like they're carrying in lighting and camera equipment.
Oh, gosh.
And
interesting.
so my husband, he's looking at me. He shows me the film. He's like, is this something we need to be concerned about? I'm like, no, it's fine.
No.
Ooh, Kate, I'm liking this setup.
I am too. Are we all
So wait.
thinking the same thing? They're doing like a calendar for the dog?
No.
Oh, no, we're not. Oh, okay. Sorry.
No. So, Kate, you have a dog sitter who's a female. She knows your little fluffy dog. What's the dog's name?
Murphy.
Solid name.
Yep.
Agreed. So you got the females watching Murphy. You see on the Ring camera This lady and a guy are bringing in cameras and lights into your home while you're not there. Okay, keep going.
And lo and behold, it took me a whole 10 minutes to discover that she's actually in the sex industry and that she and her boyfriend is her partner in porn.
Okay.
All right.
And,
okay.
Like homemade porn. So.
You're homemade. Yeah.
You let this lady in her house. What's her name?
I don't think I want to tell her name. Just
let's call her Lisa Ann for now.
Yeah, that's
Lisa
smart.
Ann.
Nobody's called
Lisa Ann sounds great.
Okay.
So Lisa Ann,
does.
I find her that she has an OnlyFans account, and my mind is just going, crazy. I'm thinking I have to see if my house is in this.
Of course,
any of these films. So I subscribe to her page.
That's the reason I do all mine too, just in case they get it in my house.
It's a location-based subscription.
Every time I've ever looked at porn, I'm just making sure they didn't fuck in any bed I've ever been in.
Absolutely, yeah. I know, that's mostly what it is.
I'm not into the thing.
It's how I look at it's my Zillow.
This is the way people used to say with articles. I look at Playboy for the app now. I'm looking at porn just to see if they fucked in my bed.
I'm just trying to see how they're arranging the furniture in the room.
Exactly. Okay. So Kate, you get on a subscription to your dog sitter's account, which is a really hot turn of events. To have like somebody who works for the family doing OnlyFans on the side. Really,
your husband's jumping in to help more now than he did before, probably.
Well, he's curious. He's got to see what rooms we're
let's solve this mystery, babe. Go back a little for the shot.
And so what happens when you look at Lisa Ann's stuff? Do you see your house? Where are we at?
They've got like these like sheets and stuff in the background, so like you can't tell really where they are.
Okay.
Close-ups. And so but my there's two things. My mind is going wild with the possibility that they were doing live cam stuff, and so I wouldn't find anything on there anyway. And then the second thing is she sees that I have subscribed to her page, and she messages me on it, and she's like, "Oh my God, how did you find me? Thanks for subscribing."
We've got the message up here.
Oh, you got the message. Oh God.
Gareth, do you mind reading it out loud?
Yeah, the message is, oh my God.
That's great.
Mind blown emoji. How did you find me? And then, thank you for subscribing, monkey covering the eyes.
So I'm going to say this, Kate. If you're wrong here, you're out of fucking line.
You're making a move.
You better hope she fucked in your home at this point, because you have somebody watching your dog who has like a quiet thing on the side to make extra money. She's a dog sitter. We're not talking about a wealthy woman. And then the woman who pays her is now like, show me your naked body.
Yeah, there better be.
You might be a creepo here, Kate.
You better confirm there's cum on your ottoman.
Kevin, we got ourselves a title. But Kate, I'm saying this show, the premise of this, as you know, is we're on your team.
Yeah.
I'm promising you're in a fucking danger zone.
So, okay, so she writes that. It didn't look like in the screenshot we saw that you replied. Did you not reply?
I didn't really acknowledge that. I text messaged her and just asked for my key back.
And she was like, it's in my pussy right now. So let me just do some Kegels and I'll have that for you in about 10 minutes.
That's why they're Kegel.
Thank you. Okay.
So wait, you wrote back, you did not write back to this. You just wrote back another thing, said, can I get my key back?
Yeah.
So from her point of view, you follow her on OnlyFans, you look at her naked, you watch her have sex with her husband, she reaches out with a funny little monkey face, and then you, for some reason, after not liking what she's doing on OnlyFans...
Where's the key?
Where's the key? Kate.
Is that right?
Kate, you might be in some trouble here, kid.
Okay,
this could be an HR nightmare for you, kiddo.
My question is, do I ask her if anything was happening, or do I just let it go and just...
Okay. What do you do now is the question.
You feel like your space was a little violated.
But Gareth, you didn't see it.
I agree.
She saw sheets. Well, where else are these people going to fuck? And you saw you did not see your home, Kate?
No, I didn't.
So you really want to know how do you approach this subject, and do you approach this subject? And
before we pitch and start thinking on this, you said, can I get my key back? And what did Lisa Ann say?
She said, sure. And she brought it over and dropped it in my mailbox.
And every interaction, and when you got home to your house, was it clean?
Yes, it was.
So was there any evidence that people were fucking all throughout your house? Because as we've known on this podcast from other sitters, and, Gareth has said the same, if people are in your house, they have free reign to masturbate everywhere.
I've admitted to dog and cat sitting and masturbating in the house. Chris?
100%.
Yep.
That's usually what I do.
Well,
yep.
Your
That's the main
weather-
thing. The
I have
people are
no
like, "Where's the
privacy.
cat?" You're like, "Oh, sorry."
I have no privacy. I got 3 kids, so the only way I can masturbate peacefully is I dog or cat sit.
Yep, that's right. That's exactly right. It's a good little respite.
What a funny business you could start on the side right now. And people would go like, I'm a big fan of his. He's really
offering
doing this?
Yes.
for $35 a night.
And he's genuinely good with the cats. Why
Yes.
is he doing this?
And I just show up with a roll of paper towels.
How are you?
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm not going to sleep here. I'm going to be here for literally 15 minutes, but I will take care of your animals.
Which room do you want me to spank in? You pick.
And so you, Kate, followed her on OnlyFans, got no evidence. You asked for your key back. You still have no evidence. She's been nothing but nice. Your idea that she's doing it is that they brought in a camera and lights, and the Garf man said they might have been doing a dog calendar, right?
Well, you never know. I mean, people love you. Like you said, the dog looks like a teddy bear.
So we're in a spot now of what happens now.
Either way, we should be shooting a dog calendar. That's where
Yeah.
I'm at.
Yes.
Well, yeah. So like some of my friends say, absolutely ask her. I mean, that's kind of a violation of your space. Other people are like, no,
It's
just let
tricky.
it go. And I'm
So,
kind of torn in
Cris,
between.
Where are you at?
Because, well, here's the thing. I think legally here, if you're coming over and they're house sitting and they're having sex in your house and filming it, there's no problem with that.
You basically
Like-
did think they would probably be having sex in your house anyway.
You got to assume.
But
Every time
it's
I
just-
always assume, like, even when I order furniture, like Raymore and Flanagan came over
Oh, here
last
we go.
week, and I was like, I assume they're having sex with, all the legal women in my family. Why? That they're moving it in, and
That's
then
a wild way to view the business of these people.
whatever they
obviously.
want to do.
So, Chris, your belief, your is that everybody who delivers to your home has free reign to not have sex with their partners, but have sex with everybody over 18 who's willing in your home?
Listen, I go by the rules of the founding fathers, and they said that's all you can.
What did they say?
Well, the only thing they said, the only thing I wouldn't do is I wouldn't quarter British soldiers. If British soldiers are going to come in,
What
they
is that,
cannot.
the Third Amendment?
They cannot live in my house because that's a rule.
Yeah.
But if you're not, as long as you prove to me that you're not a British
So
redcoat,
as long as they are not living in your house when you've opened the door,
Yes.
it's kind of like vampire rules. You've invited him in, so now you deal with the
yes,
vampire.
I'm not
Okay.
quartering soldiers. That's the only thing I won't
Okay.
allow.
That's-
But everything else, and I think
When
that
we started this call, did anyone think that Chris would be walking away from quartering British soldiers? I didn't see that coming.
that's the only one that I really I protect that one
Okay.
more than the guns and freedom of speech. Is I want
Absolutely.
you, British soldier, get out of my house.
We should be fighting for that amendment a little bit more. We really should. We should have that as it's the third.
It's the third.
So
and
the
nobody-
first and second we're really big on, but then
Yeah.
the third we're like, either way.
Yeah, the other, I mean, any British, Ricky Gervais comes over and says, get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
But I personally don't think at all. I wouldn't. This is just me thinking about, no emotion tied into it. It's not my home. I understand it's yours. But I wouldn't make it a big deal. I wouldn't contact her about it anymore. I would ask her if you're going to do that again. You are more than welcome to do that again. But you need to. I would like 10% of the profit.
And we
of
want the
whatever-
dog calendar.
And yes,
shoot the dog
I would ask
calendar.
for money for it. I would ask for a little bit more money, but I would have no issue doing it. You're
that-
bringing
but
in and
is
out
that
your own
true,
sheets.
Chris?
I swear to God.
So if somebody came to your house, because I got kids too.
Right.
So if somebody came to my house, I felt this way. I'm realizing doing this show, I'm more of a prude than others.
Mm-hmm.
Even the lady who was just masturbating like crazy in the living room, I thought like,
Oh, come
go to a
on.
back bedroom.
Oh, come
And
on.
Gareth said, honest to God, I have free reign to stand on your dining room table and jack off if I want to.
if
Because
there's
I'm
a
your
kitchen
dad.
island, I'll do what I like.
If somebody,
I'll eat sushi off myself if I want to.
Yeah.
because I will say this, Kate, I'm gonna go on the other side of Chris's take here, and I would probably bring it up.
Kate, I have a quick question for you. Producer Kevin here. Not to blow up your spot, but I know you are a teacher with the class that starts in 3 minutes. How many of the students are in the classroom right now while you're on the phone?
No, I've locked them out, and I told them that they can't come in until I open the
Okay,
door.
so
This
we're
is more
gonna,
important.
then we're gonna
This is
move
more
on
important.
this. So
What do you teach real quick? Just is important for me to know.
I teach high school English.
Oh, high school English. What does the word daft mean?
Kind of dumb.
Crazy. Daft is a synonym for crazy. You would know that if you knew
All right, we're
17th
not-
century
Ooh, this is
British.
some
Okay.
Columbo stuff. We might be in a new world.
I don't
here.
think it's
Okay,
Columbo.
it's not.
I don't
Okay,
think
I'll
it's
drop it.
anywhere
I'll
near
drop it.
Columbo.
Okay,
No.
here's
What? Give me one example of a preposition.
Oh my God, are we serious? Okay,
Yeah. Okay, she's got a bunch of them.
Kate,
Sorry.
Kate, we got 2 minutes with you.
Sorry.
Here's what I think you do. I think you reach out and I think you say, hey, we saw you come in with a camera and lights. We do not feel comfortable with this. I just need to know, were you making OnlyFans videos in my homes. I want the truth. There's going to be no legal anything. I just need to know where we're at. Garth, am I out of line there?
I don't agree.
What do you say?
I just think let it go. I mean, what are you going to do? There's no win for you here. I understand why you feel like the space was violated, but it happened. You got the key back. You're not going to use her again. I just think what is going to come from this follow-up? I think you just got to let it go.
Chris, in closing, what's your last piece of advice?
Chris wants to quarter British soldiers.
My last piece of advice is I would say let it go. Let it go. As Elsa says, yes, let it go, let it go. I would say move on. If they're sexual, beautiful people, give them the credit that they deserve. They had beautiful sex in your house. It's a sanctuary. And when it all fails, remember conjunction, junction. What's your function?
It's a mixed bag, Kate, from Chris, but I think if you look deep in there, there might be something. I'm not sure, but there might
Kate,
be.
In closing, what are you going to do?
I don't know. She is a really sweet person, and I don't want to offend her. I think I just wanted to know,
here's what you could do. Here's what you could do. You could text her and you could say, "Listen, I'm not angry. I just think that in future, if you're going to say that you're going to dog sit at someone's house, that's the primary job. And as a homeowner, I feel like what you."
But hold on, Garth, you're not wrong. But I've got a quick question. Were you happy with the job she did with Murphy?
Well, she didn't.
Some of the fur clumps for some reason,
which is what they were supposed to be doing.
So there were no walks.
Yeah. So then there you go. That's
because you saw on the camera there were no walks.
Yeah.
So this is a simple call. Here's the real question. We hired a dog sitter. She didn't take the dog on the walks. She just fucked in my home all the time. What should I do? And my answer is, don't hire her again.
Yeah.
She just fucks in your house and makes videos and doesn't walk your dog. You got one job, walk the dog.
By the way,
this isn't a question.
She must have been doing this for a while. She's probably like, what's a ring cam?
Yeah.
Because you at least do like a fake out and in.
So
and you're loading in gear like it's union.
If she's not walking the dog, you do not bring up the fucking, you don't bring up anything. You just don't hire her again.
Yes. Agreed.
Okay.
What do you think of that, Kate?
All right.
And don't just get off the phone because you have a class full of children there who are waiting to learn about prepositions and what daft means.
Before we go, will you do us a favor now?
Uh-huh.
Will you start your class with one lesson? Chris, how should she start that class?
Well, I wanted to ask, what is the loose lesson plan for today? And then I can zero in a question.
Good.
They're analyzing a short story.
Oh, they're analyzing a short story. Is it Edgar Allan Poe?
Great question.
No, it's a George Saunders piece. It's pretty hard.
George Saunders, what's the short story about?
It's about violence committed against a teenager and what is right and what's wrong.
Let's not have Chris talk about this one.
For comedy,
Let's not have Chris go on this one.
I only have one question. Was the teenager hot?
Okay, thank you so much for the call. We appreciate you, Kate. Good luck with your
Appreciate
class.
it.
Thank you for calling.
Thanks, you guys.
Bye.
Appreciate it. Bye.
Bye, Kate.
Hey, everybody. Thank you guys for watching us on YouTube. Please
like and subscribe so you don't miss any of this quality content.
Ring.
Here to help. Go ahead. Oh, my God. Hands. What kind of hands?
Cut.
That was a Headgum podcast.